Everybody, I woke around 11:30, 11:45, left out around 12:30, 35. Went and smoked my guns, just came back and just settled down. Now, I know the answer to this question, but do you? Where do jurors who are being retaliated against from the gang they convicted for double life in prison, where do the jurors go when they are being harassed, beaten, drugged, housebreaking into, doctors lying about committing suicide, and doctors lying about being their actual doctors through their lawyers who are liars too? This is a gang-stalking organization. And I'm going to ask the question, where in Maryland, take me, my black female, out the equation, where in Maryland do you go to get help? Because gang stalking is a federal crime. But even if it's not a federal crime, where do you go in Maryland to get help? Where? Now, I know the answer to this question, but where do you go? If you are a juror on a high-profile murder for hire RICO case, and you put about 14 black YNs in jail in prison for life, for whatever reason, their family, their friends, the jury, the courts, whoever comes back and say, we're going to do this to you, that to you, and you can't tell nobody. We're the gang you put in prison, and we're going to treat you like shit for life because you put us in jail for life. Where do you go? What law enforcement agency in Maryland helps jurors from retaliation from the defendants they put in prison? Now, I know the answer for this. Let me ask you, is it the FBI? Is it the ACLU? Is it the DOG? Is it the marshals? Is it the federal court? Is it the district court? Is it the circuit court? Is it the mayor's office? Is it the governor's office? Do you go to the city council? Do you go to the sheriff's office? Where in Maryland? Because they are not protecting their jurors. These people give up their life for them $15 a day, or however or whatever they choose. Maybe they didn't want to work that day. This is a pool of people, the same people, every day, everywhere, every year, every 5 years, every 6 years. These people are family and friends, jurors to each other. Now, they can be gang stalkers in their own rights. But what if there was a lone gang stalk victim that was one of a jury of 12? They picked one out. Where does that person go in Maryland for help? If they're being gang stalked, if they don't want to join the gang, if they're being drugged, if their house is being broke into, do the Baltimore City, Baltimore County cops tell them no fingerprinting and no witness protection? But then when you bring it up on video after 3 years, finally they said, we found fingerprints on a gun. But they wouldn't find it on my door jamb, because the first juror on the Montana Barnett murder for hire trial, husband lived next door, and he loved breaking into black female houses and raping them. He was a felon. So when I asked the white cops about somebody breaking into my house, that we ain't got no fingerprints. We ain't got no witness protection either. So they're saying that they gonna let that white man break into my house and rape me at will. Because where can I go? Baltimore County Police said I can't do it. The gang living next to me said I can't do it. I'm going to do it anyway. So I just kept talking and telling everybody for the last 3-4 years about this gang stalking me until I became homeless. But I know the answer to this question. I'm coming up on 6, and it's like 1:30 in the morning, and I'm pretty sure somebody going to tell about me making all this fucking noise, because tonight is one of the few nights it's ever been quiet in this motherfucker. It's always fucking loud, and it's never me. I'm going up on 7 minutes. I know the answer to this question. Where do you go? Gang stalking is a federal crime. Where do you go in Maryland for help? FBI, DOJ, ACLU? Where? The marshals, the state police, the federal? Where do you go? You walk into the Marines office, you walk into the Army's office. Where can you go for help? Where can you go for help? Where can you go to save your life? Where can you go to save your children's life from retaliation? Now, I know the question is this. I've been gang stalked for 4 years from that jury and from that gang all over Maryland. They've put me out of 2 homes. They raped me, forcibly drugged me. They got a doctor named Edward Swan, MD, swearing that he was my doctor. They have 911 calls saying I have tried to commit suicide, and I've been alone in my own house, and there has been no witnesses, but they got that on the record. They can go and hack your system and say you from 10 buck 2 and ain't never been nowhere near 10 or buck or 2. Where in Maryland can you say the police are the gang? They're breaking in your house too. Document everything. And if your whole world is non-supportive, make sure you have pictures of 20 years ago with people who don't like you now. Make sure you got pictures with people 10 years ago with people who are hating on you now. So when they lie, they lie, they lie. And everybody will know they lie. So I'm going to tell you this. I'm going on 9 minutes. Where do law-abiding citizens that give up their rights, their life to be on a juror, not knowing how dangerous their lives can get, and not receiving, even though you've asked for help repeatedly for 4 years, where do you go in this metropolis of Maryland for assistance? Because you did your law-abiding duty, but they don't treat you like a law-abiding citizen. Where do the rights of your state begin for the citizen, and where does the obligation for jurors, the help, the retaliation, the defendants, Where does it begin? Where does it start? And where the fuck does it end? Everybody like, follow, and share. And say fuck jury duty because they will not protect you.